As the 2024 U.S. election approaches, the political climate in America is increasingly polarized. Key issues such as immigration, healthcare, and the conflict in Gaza are influencing voter choices, leaving stakeholders in the diaspora and Jamaica to share their views on the possible effects of this election. Here's Britannia Witter with the details.
All eyes are on the United States of America as it gears up for the 2024 presidential election, with both the Democratic and Republican Party fielding candidates eager to become the country's 47th president. With polls scheduled to close on November 5, Jamaican-American journalist Annalisa Gale is busy preparing for a watch party in the capital, Washington, D.C., slated for election night. The event, which is being held at Howard University, the alma mater of the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, Kamala Harris, aims to engage voters and provide a platform for discussing the key issues shaping this year's election. As the anticipation builds, Gale says a number of security measures have been implemented throughout the city.
Right now, lots of security in Washington, D.C., here in the nation's capital, ahead of the election tomorrow, because we know there are lots of people who are on both sides. Even downtown D.C., we have started seeing some businesses being boarded up there as well. Lots of businesses shut down. Some federal workers have decided not to go to work tomorrow because of this election as well, because they are worried about, what the roads may look like as they try to return home.
She emphasizes that this election cycle is particularly significant due to rising concerns about the economy.
So lots of people watching the markets. That was a huge topic on CNBC this morning. I typically listen to Bloomberg in the morning because everyone wants to watch their money. And they want, they're seeing how this is going to impact the market, the stock market, what will happen after this when it comes to housing. Lots of talks about how this generation, my generation, can't really afford to buy a home in Washington, D.C. So, lots of people looking to see how this election will impact their wallets.
Meanwhile, Attorney Lloyd McFarlane believes this election is already in the bag for the Democratic Party.
The Democrats have not only been electrified by Kamala Harris's coming into the contest, but they've also been able to almost immediately, through grassroots contributions, to increase their war chest to the extent that they could really contest this at every level. The Democrats, with Harris, have done an outstanding job in relation to her campaign. In fact, I would go further to say that Kamala Harris's campaign has been flawless.
As for what a possible Democratic Harris win would mean for the Caribbean,
we know that the Attorney General for New York, Letitia James, has recently been pushing for certain controls, and she has actually had a group of attorneys general join her in that push very, very recently. This is not only to deal with gun control, but also it will affect the export of firearms to Jamaica. That obviously is very important to us.
According to international sources, over 75 million Americans have already voted, but tens of millions more are set to cast their ballots on Tuesday. Britannia Witter, CVM News.